So this is my design thinking diary for week 8. This week I started into the realization phase of my artifact, of my design. So I suppose now that it's changed to a high fidelity model, I was kind of thinking what am I going to do in terms of constructing the model. So I kind of have sufficient material and equipment at home to complete the model using the wood that I had sourced and prepared while I was in the labs. So just kind of the easiest thing for me is to continue on using the wood. Now I mightn't have some equipment like to finish it properly, but I should get it to a fairly high standard and it definitely be equivalent to a high fidelity model as such. So that's just my own choice. So using them tools, whatever, it's all kind of my own choice, and I'm just kind of happier to use the wood and kind of carry it out as close to what I would have done if we were in the labs. So another reason why I want to do this is it'll help me to identify the problems that I would have came across when I was actually completing the artifact. So I'm going to do a SolidWorks model as well, but if I just did a SolidWorks model, I wouldn't have been able to see what kind of problems that I would have encountered. Well, I might have come up with a few of them, but not certainly not all of them. And I suppose that's important because I plan to use a problem solving approach. So I feel like the most learning is going to come out of the difficult aspects of the project. So over identifying a problem, how I went about overcoming the problem, and the impact that had on the artifact. Then did I have to change it? Did I just simply overcome it with a valid solution, or did it actually affect the design in some way? So I just think that's the most beneficial method, and it'll include all the key learning experiences that I would have had during the project, during the artifact, and to be honest, it'll give me the most enjoyable experience from it as well. And I should have fairly close to the completed artifact at the end. So you can just see there what I had at the start. So the source material, that was a door from my uncle's house. Then I brought that into the labs. I disassembled it. I put it through the drum sander, so I took off the finish on it and used one of the table saws to just basically square it off and bring it back to stock material. So then I carried that equipment home when the college was closed. I was able to kind of work away with it at home. I have a chop saw at home, so I was able to work away, and that is the model that I have completed to date. So again, just to remind what the artifact is, it's just like a desk tidy for someone suffering with OCD. So that's not even halfway yet. There's still a long way to go, but just kind of what you can see there is the base, the threaded bar going up through the middle, and one of the pieces that spins around. So that's just one of the holders. So there would have been some CNC work done on that, which I won't really be able to complete, but that's what it would have been for. So then just a couple of the problems that I've identified already. So the first one was in relation to how would I get the threaded bar through, basically through the timber, have it securely onto the timber, onto the base, and that it'd be sturdy and kind of not rocky. Yeah, so basically that it'd just be sturdy, not rocking and things like that. So I suppose what I did for that was I recycled a bit of steel. So it was off a table, an old steel table that my father had, and basically what we did was I welded on. So all it was just tacking on the the steel plate onto the threaded bar. So then I took out on the bottom of the base, I just took out a groove for the plate to fit into, drilled a few holes in the plate so that we could screw it into place, and basically it kind of solved the problem. So the plate was flush with the timber, so it didn't the base rest flat on any table, any flat surface, and the threaded bar when we drilled the just drill through. So with using the kind of pillar drill that I have, the threaded bar was coming straight up and it was fairly secure and safe. So the next problem then was how would we attach the the kind of spinning plate to the threaded bar. So I had nuts sourced, and it was just basically how would I get the nut into the spinning piece that is on the artifact. So what I did was just using a hand drill first, just kind of drilled a few slots, or just marked out the nut on the piece, drilled the slots in each corner. It made it fairly easy to chisel out, and I slotted in the nut, give it a few belts of a hammer in. It fitted in fairly good, in fairness, for the kind of equipment that I had. And so what we're looking at there in the first picture is the underneath of the slot. So the nut is just underneath it. The timber sits into it, the timber piece. It the nut then just rotates around the threaded bar, and that allows it to spin. So there are just two other problems that I've noticed already. And when I'm completing the brief, then I'm just going to go into more detail, and I will be identifying more problems, I'm sure, as I go along the rest of the process. So that's just how I'm looking to go at the realization phase for this artifact, and that is everything I have for this week.